Dude, the 90s had some killer Mortal Kombat. Yes.
Hype tunes.
Jock Jams.
Ooh.
Jock
Jams. I haven't thought about that in a while. I mean, we've talked about now, but we haven't talked about Jock Jams. That's like a whole nother...
Yeah, we've made a couple bad references.
We're live, by the way.
That's okay.
They'll be here all night.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Anyways, what's up, guys? Chat 10 Sports, we're back. Episode 27, we just realized. We're live. It is beautiful March 18th. The tournament is beginning.
Yep. Selection Sunday.
Lock it in. Give me your initial... We'll just jump right into some Vols here, but give me your initial feedback on the placement, the landscape, and all the above for the Vols.
Placement, I think they got it correct. You can't lose by 20 in the SEC tournament expected to get a 1 seed. I mean, and then I was a little surprised because I thought it was going to be a competition between us, Gonzaga, and Michigan State, and then I thought it was going to actually wind up being Michigan State, that they also got a 2 seed. We actually wound up being the number 1 2 seed in the South region, so it kind of works out for us.
Yeah.
I know you and I were just talking about how I think we've got a
pretty good
relatively easy path.
Yeah. I'm pumped. I mean, Colgate's first round, not a bad draw.
Yeah, we didn't get Crest this year. So.
But I mean, Ole Miss is our SEC opponent if they make it. You gotta like that draw. You do want to be on the same side as Auburn again.
No.
Anyone but Auburn, and we should be good. Villanova came in kind of hot at the end. They're the defending champions, right? Yeah. Cincinnati, I think. Second round,
yeah.
In Ohio, in Columbus, Ohio, should be a good, home game for them.
They are a very, very slow, defensive-minded team. I think Virginia maybe even slower.
Which Virginia is, speaking of, the number 1 seed in that side of the bracket.
Yeah.
So if there is, if you play our style of basketball, I don't think anyone does it better than us. As we saw, though, if you can shoot pretty well, if you can get up and down the court pretty quick.
Yeah.
Kind of a Achilles heel.
Yeah.
3 games in a row we've dropped to Auburn.
Yeah, can't beat them.
And they lost, 9 SEC games?
They lost 9 games. Total.
9 games.
Total.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're a solid team. I don't think anyone taking anything away.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you win the SEC. You win the SEC tournament. It's pretty solid, especially this year. Like we discussed last week. This conference wound up being a lot better than people expected. Nobody saw LSU and all that stuff. So
it's exciting. And guys, just for everyone who's new to this is actually Chat 10 Sports. Myself, Trey Wynn, Chase Green, Kurt McKibben come here every single week. We talk about all things Tennessee sports. And it varies from week to week based on the topics.
Yeah. On
the conversations. Of course, this week we're going to cover a lot of Tennessee Titans since John Robinson is basically making the league bow down.
Yep.
And the Tennessee Vols. And then we have some rogue news out of the 901.
That's right.
Johnny Football is a Tennessee quarterback for Memphis.
Yeah.
In that one league that we used to be excited about.
Well,
the Express are 1-5, but
it's tough.
Then he did get dealt to the worst team out of they have 10 games. They're currently 1-5. Mettenberger, Hackenberg. I mean, they have.
Hackenberg's gone. I think.
Is he cut?
I think he's gone.
Like
I'm not
dead?
sure.
Like he's dead.
It's worth a look. He's not. He didn't die.
Let's just put it a little bit softer than that.
Yeah.
He went to Orange Mound and never came back.
Taken care of.
Yeah.
No, we saw Mettenberger go down. You see Silvers come in.
Oh yeah.
So you got to think, Johnny Manziel has a chance to start. Maybe not week 1, but soon.
No. Yeah, soon.
But I mean, I think there might be also a riot if he doesn't get some playing time too.
Yeah. These are your people now,
Memphis is going to lose it.
Yeah. I mean, Johnny Football is about to take off, guys.
It is. We were talking about prior to the show. Guy was obviously one of the first teams to really dominate a Alabama Saban team a while ago. And we were talking about the fact that he is one of the long-listed quarterbacks get drafted by the Browns and not work out.
Yeah.
His dad owns half of Texas, apparently. And maybe we'll have the discussion right now. Are you rooting for Johnny Manziel? And if you're watching in the comments, let us know. But are you guys rooting for Johnny Manziel to succeed or to see him fall on his face for the, 3rd or 4th time?
Yeah, 2 CFL teams.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Right? Because he was at the
Rough Riders?
He was at Montreal most recently, but before that he was at the something Cats.
Was he like Sesco?
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. There's a black and yellow team with like a tiger as a mascot. I can't remember what it was.
So they have barred him from.
He's not allowed back.
Never
What's
going
the
back.
okay? Do you know the reasoning why?
Because you're apparently not allowed. It's the Hamilton Tiger Cats was his first team. So you're not allowed to contact other leagues.
So tampering.
Yeah. Well,
Not tampering.
but basically you sign a 2-year deal and you're stuck.
Gotcha.
Like you have to stay in the CFL. You're not allowed to talk to the NFL. You're not allowed to talk to now the what is it? The
AAF.
Alliance of American
The
Football.
Alliance
Thank
of
you.
American
I've heard
Football.
people call it everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The AFL, it's like
No.
that was, no.
I've heard AAFL. It's like,
and then
no,
it's going to get
maybe.
even more confusing with the
XFL
coming back.
Yeah.
The extreme.
But you can't talk to them apparently if you sign a deal with the CFL.
You were stuck in Canada.
Because the CFL, truthfully, was like the closest thing they had to a legitimate like farm system
Yeah.
before the AAF.
Remember the NFL Europe, like way back in the early
Yeah.
2000s?
Yeah.
That was actually,
I think they did even further
Spring
back
ball.
too. Yeah,
but I'm excited for the XFL.
I want him to succeed.
You
I do.
I mean,
Just throw him a bone.
I just want him. I want Memphis to succeed, and I think it's a huge get. Everybody's like, it seems like kind of like a gimmick.
Yeah.
It does.
It does, but hey,
You're 1-5 in a brand new league. It's not a hot start. Not a hot start.
you've had one of the worst offenses. No, the worst offense in that league, very young league. So why not try anything?
Yeah. Throw it out there.
He wasn't doing much of anything. He certainly isn't going to get a real job.
No. I mean,
So-
he's obviously he's got a lot of money. Maybe not his. He's got his smoking hot wives.
Which is always
His
a good-
Instagram money. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is she like an
a wife?
influencer?
She's an influencer. Yeah.
So is she
You gotta
wife,
get one of those,
not
man.
girlfriend? Okay, I didn't
We
know
gotta
he
get
was
you an
married.
influencer, bro.
That's what I needed to do.
Hey, chasing your daydream right here. I've been doing some workouts with this guy. He's going international.
Yeah.
We were just actually talking about St. Patty's, and in fact, they do celebrate
They do.
St. Patty's in Ireland.
Contrary to popular belief.
Yeah, contrary to Kibby's unpopular belief.
So little side note. So St. Patty's Day, as much as they do celebrate St. Patrick's, the man, the myth, the legend of Ireland, it actually started here in some pub in Boston from some Irish folks. The Irish just liked it, and they're like, another great, wonderful day to go drink. Why not? So they just took it on and claim it as their own. So, yeah.
We celebrate it over there.
They do.
But we were talking about that for the simple sake. Obviously, yesterday was St. Patty's. Did y'all do anything fun for St. Patty's?
Went downtown for a little while, bebopped around.
Went to play Wash Pint.
Nice.
There you go.
Got Harvey some social time.
Yeah, everybody needs it.
We had some friends over and had some keto bangers and mash. You ever had that?
Keto bangers and mash.
Instead of mashed potatoes, you're doing mashed cauliflower.
Okay.
And my buddy Ian, who has helped us tremendously get set up here,
Thanks, Ian.
fantastic dish.
Really?
The Irish are onto something with bangers and mash. I mean,
Yeah.
meat and potatoes, you can't really
You
fumble
really
that,
can't.
But
They do a lot of stuff with that.
he killed it. Put it in the Instapot, mixed it up, and some actual bratwurst sausages, and my
Yeah.
goodness. they
Probably the Instapot is the way to go.
That's what I've heard.
If you don't have an Instapot, yes, seriously. Crock-pot, get it out.
Instapot.
Instapot's the way to go.
Instapot or get out of here.
But yeah, Johnny Manziel's back. We'll be keeping an eye on that. For all the Memphis Express fans, I know we contacted and made some connections with some groups within Facebook. 1-5's not what we wanted, but the future is bright with old
Brighter.
Johnny football coming back in. But if you do us a favor, in case, again, if you're new to this, Chat 10 Sports, find us on chat10sports.com. If you can't make the live show in a week, find us on Apple iTunes. We're on Spotify, Google Play Music as well.
Yep.
We're just throwing it out there in case you want something to listen to at work, like we do at work.
Yeah.
Find our podcasts and enjoy them. But yeah, Tennessee sports, obviously we were just talking about some NCAA tournament, but the Vols had a fantastic Saturday.
Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday.
Mississippi State and then Kentucky. Take me through your weekend if you're a Friday, Saturday, Sunday Tennessee fan.
Friday, a little weary after coming off the Auburn loss last weekend. Thinking, well, let's see what we're gonna do. Can we beat another five seed in the tournament, Mississippi State? Come out, thought we handled them pretty well. It's closer, the score shows, but still thought we kind of handled them. So then you get Kentucky again, the matchup we wanted, full health, neutral court, wound up being a Kentucky home game basically.
Always.
Kentucky fans travel so well, always have, always will.
Yeah.
And came out and, man, we played a fantastic last 3 minutes. We were down 6, made a rally, didn't miss a shot from 2:58 on down, and wound up winning by 4.
They were down, what, was it 6? I think it was like 7 or 8.
6 or 7, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, they were down seemingly for the count.
Yeah, I mean, they just hit a big bucket, go ahead, and you're thinking, oh, man, this is it. Kentucky fans felt real comfortable.
Yeah, the team was really hyped too.
Oh, yeah.
It's a home game. That's a home game for Kentucky.
It is.
It may be in the state of Tennessee, but it was all more blue than anything all weekend.
Always.
Always.
When I was a kid, we'd go across the state line buy lottery tickets at random times, and it's like a 20-minute drive from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not very far to Kentucky.
When they called it the Kentucky Invitational, I think one announcer even did it on
Yeah.
TV this year.
Yeah.
I mean,
It really is. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what they spend. That's their vacations. And Kentucky basketball is the Lord's will.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's like Ohio. You know, Ohio has the Buckeyes, and of course the Browns, as of like a week ago, are now relevant again, and they're climbing out of the woodwork. But
Yeah.
unless you're a Buckeyes fan, that's all you got. And in Kentucky,
Same
Yeah.
thing.
you're a Bowling Green fan, maybe a Louisville fan, or Kentucky.
Yeah.
Small niche. Yeah.
it's the only true blue blood in the SEC.
Yeah.
Traditional powerhouse.
Yeah.
Everybody hates Calipari,
Yeah.
especially the refs.
But it was a lot, man. That game was everything you wanted and more. Close bout, big rally, comeback. We finally finished them off and got that little stack off our back and beating them in a tournament game.
And then
And then we left everything else on Broadway that night
Well,
before.
The Kentucky game to me, and like I said last week, I was being a negative Vol, and I still think, and actually someone agrees with me in the comments saying Tennessee gets beaten in the Sweet 16. Who knows when it happens? I think the inconsistencies, and especially this weekend, showed it, going from Saturday to Sunday. And I mean, granted, you're playing 3 back-to-back games. I know that's got to take a toll on your energy,
Yeah.
especially being away from your usual routine, being in Nashville. And who knows if there was actually, I don't think anybody went out Broadway. But,
No.
I mean, there's probably late nights and all the hype and fans and
You
all
don't
that
go to
stuff.
bed
right
after
in your
games.
face.
it's hard to come
Yeah.
down from that.
It is.
But that Saturday game, to me, and again, I've said many times before, these guys are way bigger basketball fans, but I was at the house watching, and it was a great game. I mean, it was, like you said, the comeback, everything went Tennessee's way at the very end. Yeah, but like you said, then Sunday happened.
Yeah.
And it was just a flat showing, but
And granted, Auburn is our kryptonite. We've talked about this.
Yeah, but
all
if you
day.
can't get up for that game,
Yeah, it's the SEC championship.
all that senior leadership, if you can't get hype, Rick Barnes even said if he felt it before the game that
Yeah.
they weren't in it.
Yeah.
And my thing is, if you can't say pause, guys, let's wake up
Recalibrate
here,
here.
because you had a chance to actually bring something home.
Yeah.
They haven't won an SEC tournament, I don't believe, since what, the 90s.
Yes, no, 78.
Oh wow,
the Vols?
Yeah.
yeah. And they had a chance to be part of back-to-back, even partial
Yeah.
SEC champions, first time I believe ever.
Yeah.
So if you can't get yourself ready, I know it's tough coming
Yeah.
off, back-to-back games.
But that's the case. Is like Auburn would get 4 days in a row.
Right.
So like,
Yeah, they played one extra game.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's a bad matchup. It was each time they played them.
But- Damn, to go down 20 points after that.
You've got to get up for that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gavin Jones comes and says, not great. Better to lose in the SEC tournament, though.
It is.
Which I guess that's a good, kind of positive turn for it.
What legacy does this team leave now that they've gotten blown out in the SEC championship?
It all
They
depends.
didn't win the regular season because unless the NCAA goes back and pulls it from LSU for their infractions. But even after that, I mean,
I still think that. Well, I mean, it's just one of those like I think
you don't think they'll vacate their wins or anything
I don't know. That would be.
harsh.
It would be, but they'd almost have to. I mean, that's the guy that wound up really beating us.
Yeah.
Smart, he was the one that had 28, 30 points, something like that against us.
I mean, they went back. I know the only experience I have of this was Derrick Rose and the Tigers.
Yeah,
When he got busted for someone, I think, took his ACT for him to get into Memphis or something
Yeah.
like that. So they went back and took away all the wins on the record
Yeah.
of that year that Memphis went to the national championship.
Yeah.
So my thing is, if they do that to them,
Well, I can't.
yeah.
Same thing.
And it's still kind of like it's like
Yeah.
it
It's like
doesn't feel good though.
It's the Reggie Bush Heisman deal from
Yeah.
the early 2000s. Like, you know that dude was the most dominant football player on the
Yeah.
field. LSU is a solid team. I mean,
They're good.
No debate about that. Obviously, the coach makes a couple phone calls that are tapped, and
Yeah.
whoopsie dee. But
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, Kevin Bear came in, 19 turnovers.
Yeah.
That's not. And these were middle school turnovers. That's the worst part. Was
They were
it'd
like
be different. Like, I'm not going to
suffocating
take.
D.
I'd say half of them were Auburn causing them, but then just a lot of them were just like so mistimed. Just stuff like these guys are thinking they're seeing stuff. It's not even close. It's just like sloppy falling down turnovers. And there was one point I think we had. Well, they only counted as 4 turnovers in a row, but Admiral went up for a shot and got it blocked and rolled off his leg, and then right after that he just took it 1-on-1 and got blocked and rolls right off his leg. And this was 9 turnovers in a row, 9 trips down the floor. We didn't convert, turned it over.
and there was a lot of talk about refs, which I know.
That's a bunch of balloons.
Yeah, and that's my thing. Like, refs can impact the game to a certain extent, but if you just make the shots that you're taking,
Yeah.
I mean, it's
20-point loss, 17 turnovers.
Yeah.
I don't think the refs have anything to do with either of those.
And granted, that's the worst any Tennessee team's played in years. So it's one of those like that's it's not like that's a reoccurring theme. So
And the Kentucky game, I've heard that there was inconsistency on both sides.
Mhm.
Like it was, there was reason to be ticked off if you were a Kentucky fan at the refs, but also
for us, that too.
Tennessee as well. If Tennessee didn't come away with the win, the narrative would have been the same
Exactly.
Right.
for the UT fans. And I saw you posted something about I'm so tired of
I mean, it's a classic.
the refs narrative, but I mean,
I think that applies in a couple sports, combat sports, MMA, boxing. Don't leave it in the judges' hands because they can get it wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
But these referees, I mean, if you're making your shots and you are winning, it's an irrelevant. Even if it's valid, it's an irrelevant point.
Yeah.
Now, if there's guys who is the LSU referee that was probably getting paid and he's been suspended.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if there's a little
that
bit
was
of
another
that type
thing
of stuff.
Yeah.
LSU was kind of on the hot seat for. It's like not only did your coach get busted, but you also had a ref that kind of got called out for being one way. His alumni or
Yeah, how would
something.
you put that?
What do we got in the comments here?
Yeah, we're actually loading up. Yeah, guys are agreeing 19 turnovers. Auburn had 14 steals, 15 threes versus 70s. Kevin Bear says.
The percentage wasn't as overwhelming as I thought it was.
No,
it was
no.
37% from 3.
Yeah.
I thought it was damn near 50.
You'd think so. They just hit him. It was perfect timing. And then not only did we turn it over, they crushed us on the offensive glass.
Yeah.
I felt like every
Kiki?
every
Or-
time we needed a rebound, they got
Was
it.
it Okiki? Is that guy's name?
Yeah.
He's just an athlete, man.
Yeah. He cooked us from all over. Get out of here, Jerry Evans.
Yeah, Jerry Evans saying War Eagle. But Gavin brings a good point. He says if it's going to be a legacy, you have to at least go to the Elite Eight. Do you agree?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because that's the best we've ever done. My buddy Blaze was the one that actually won the tickets. He was talking. He said, "Listen, I think that's where we're going to go."
I think it's Final Four bust.
I think the best we've ever done is in the history of Tennessee's program is the Elite Eight. If you tie it, to me, I think it's a disappointment because I think we got a relatively easy route, and it's just this team. It should be the right formula to go the distance. It's the way it's kind of been won the last 3 to 4 years. So
Let me ask you this, and word it however you'd like, but if the Vols, say, lose before or at the Elite Eight, this is a historic season for the Vols, 18 straight. I mean, very impressive run. I mean, what's to be said of the season? Maybe you guys just asked that question, but I don't know what's to be said of Admiral's last season. Who knows if Grant comes back with the potential, and maybe question mark there for him.
yeah,
But obviously, I think this team is about to change. I know we have some recruits coming in, but
yeah,
the senior leadership is a huge.
it's going to be.
They got a lot riding on this tournament.
Yeah, to me, I think it's a big failure if we lose in the Sweet 16 or before. Like it would be, especially if we lost the first weekend. If we lost the first weekend, this team would be like kind of not a joke. I don't know what's the right word for it, but
Kind of a joke.
a huge disappointment.
Yeah.
It just
I don't think Joga's too harsh in that sense.
yeah, because we definitely shouldn't lose to any of these teams. I mean, I understand the fun stat we've been throwing around today is Colgate has made more 3-pointers since February 1st than any other team in the country. So
the kill shot for the Vols.
yeah, so they're going to space us out. They're going to fly around, and like all humongous underdogs, they're going to come out and they're going to want to win. So got to watch out.
Kevin Bear says it's the Bruce Pearl curse.
Yeah.
Who knows? He might be our Bambino, big Bambino.
Well, that's the thing is like nobody's a better motivator than Bruce Pearl.
Yeah.
And I think I heard Bruce Pearl leading up to the Tennessee game talking about how like, oh, these guys were getting calls from, and he was naming off all these guys. He's like, did y'all didn't get calls from these programs? Y'all didn't get calls back? Y'all didn't get offers from them? Like, you just stoking that fire, playing the underdog role, and it worked yet again. I mean.
So let's talk about the tournament, and I've got some questions here. Chase put our outlines together for the tournament section. Some great questions, but who's your Cinderella team for this year's tournament? And if you're watching, comment on Periscope.
Yeah, fire away. We want to hear
some
fun. You want to put any specifications below any certain seed?
What do you think?
For me, even though it's probably going to be a hot pick, honestly, the best game you're probably going to see as far as matchup goes is Murray State Marquette 5-12 matchup. You got John Morant and Marcus Howard, 2 best scorers in the NCAA, 2 guards. John Morant's going to be a top 6 pick, depends on who's where. And Marcus Howard is cooking for Marquette. The guy's about 5'11", unbelievable scorer. I think Murray State comes out and wins it. If you haven't watched his name, it's just J.A. Morant, Morant. Go watch some of his highlights. He's put teams on posters.
Yeah.
He dunked on the entire city of Nashville whenever he dunked on Belmont. So go out and watch that guy. I think Murray State makes a run, Elite 8 possibly. I don't really believe in the Zags and that 1 seed top. So we'll see. That's my little Cinderella story.
I'll defer to the comments because it's 2 out of 3. Kyle Copeland says Buffalo, but Craig Story and Steven Snyder both say Belmont. And then Craig throws in some Oregon love there as well. Jerry Evans says Wofford. Belmont, I know they're always kind of on that peripheral. They're in, and they can, I don't know if they've done damage per se, but they can always make their presence felt to an extent.
Yeah, Belmont, because John Morant and Murray State wound up beating them in the conference tournament. So Belmont getting in as a mid-major at large is kind of shows how good they really are. So it's pretty awesome.
What do you think, Kiwi?
I like St. Mary's.
Not bad.
Coming in hot off of the Gonzaga win.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily a tough route for them either. They got Villanova first. If they get past that, though, I mean, Purdue's not a world beater. They played good this year, but I don't think it's out of the question that St. Mary's comes out with a win there either.
Yeah.
I want to see some John Morant for sure.
Dude, he's so much fun.
I want to know how he translates to the pros. I really want to see what he does up there.
Yeah.
Because he just jumps over people in college.
Yeah. 25 and 10, and 25 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds in the NCAA. Dude's supposedly the Russell Westbrook type.
He's not very tall either. I think he's like 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah.
But he gets.
He can scout guys. It's impressive.
He's a good watch. What do you think? What do you think about Duke, though? I know you're a Heels fan, but do you think Duke has a legitimate shot now that Zion's back?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They got a mission.
They do.
With their
mission from
that dude.
He's enormous. And he put on some Nikes, didn't he, after his shoe blew out?
Yeah. Well, Duke's got a contract, right? He can't.
Yeah, he can't not wear Nikes.
Yeah. And Coach Casey was sponsored.
He's doing all right.
He wore the Kyrie 4s, I think, last game. So
Well, let's talk Duke, and we're going to talk some Final Four. Who's your Final Four? I don't know if that'll bleed into it or anything like that.
Yeah, I do have Duke in that Final Four. I mean, Zion Williamson is like the most unguardable guy I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those that Jay Bills talks about. It's like, okay, yeah, you guys give him space and let him shoot, but he's too smart, and that's one of those things. If you back off of him, you give him. He has one of the fastest first steps in the league. So if you give this 280-pound monster a head of steam, you're giving him 2 steps. Think about that guy. Giving that guy 2 steps and then bullying you, it's over. You don't want to take a charge from that guy. You know,
Once, maybe.
It's not even that. It's just like he'll just jump over you.
yeah.
Like he'll get higher than you can go to block his shot.
Is there anyone on his level as far as like his tier
Athletically,
type,
no chance. I don't think I've
type
seen.
of player? I mean,
No. So Nazir Little was the guy coming out of high school that came to Carolina, and everybody thought that could be his matchup. Well, that's who he got the final bucket on in the Carolina game. So, I mean, granted,
That
Nas
to
played
us.
well, and his basketball IQ is so high above everybody else's too. You watch some of his passes. I mean, he's a playmaker.
Yeah, I'd like to see Zion guard or Schofield guarding.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think it's fair. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's close, but I just want to see how good of a fight he puts up.
well, Kyle Copeland comes in with probably the best matchup possible. Luke May.
have y'all talked about this before?
Yes.
Luke May,
Uh,
those eyebrows.
yeah, that was round. Thank goodness he can play basketball, guys. He's
not
the prettiest.
He's
guy.
not a looker.
No.
But he's a gym rat, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Gym rat, hustle player. Yeah. Not a looker.
His beard kind of helps him average out the hair. I mean, I
Yeah,
guess
And the eyebrows.
'cause
I
if
think
he
it
goes
takes it away.
bare face, he's just basically two road flares on his eyebrows.
Yeah.
Anyways, had to look that up. So I'm not sure
I
who
haven't
we're
filled
talking
out a
about.
bracket yet, so I don't know who my final four is going to be just yet.
I-
I'm afraid to be such a homer to pick Tennessee to make it.
Oh, I went full homer. I went Tennessee, Carolina, and then I went Duke, Texas Tech.
Texas Tech, huh?
Yeah.
Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean-
Craig Story comes in Duke, Tennessee, Carolina, Texas Tech. I'm not sold on Texas Tech right now, though. Let's see, Gavin Jones, Duke, North Carolina, Murray State.
Yeah.
That
Over
was wrong
Michigan?
four.
You're going Texas Tech over Michigan?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you gotta give some respect to Nevada. The
Yeah.
twins, the brothers out there. I mean, that's a good team.
But there's always going to be that one rogue dark horse. Didn't see him coming.
Yeah.
I mean, at least to make a run like Loyola. Say it for me.
Loyola.
Loyola
Chicago.
Chicago, yeah. We're not. That's the name not to be spoken.
Yeah. I mean, Nevada was in the Elite Eight.
Sorry.
last year.
Put the Vols out last year. Ixnay on the Loyola.
No, I remember that game. Even though.
You're dang right, Craig Story. You're dang right. We're just really smart guys.
Oh.
But yes, I don't know, man. There's a lot of parity
Okay.
when you run through.
They basically had the same top four, and they said great minds think alike.
Yeah.
God.
Tennessee is the
Get
most
a
favorable
room.
bracket they could ask for.
They
That's
do.
true, very
They
true.
really do. I
Herb
think.
Goney coming in hot.
Yeah, I really like the draw they got. We'll see, man. Because I don't think Cincinnati's that great.
It's gonna be a snooze fest.
Yeah.
God,
Whether
yeah.
it's Cincinnati, Tennessee, or Virginia, count it low scoring. Go under.
Yeah, I don't know what time we'll play again because I guess we'll play at 2:45 on Friday. I don't know if they do like a flip flop like we'd play a late game or how that would go.
There's so many games on Friday.
But if we have to play like a 9:00 game on Sunday night against Cincinnati, whoa.
Drink.
Yeah,
Make
get
a pot
you
of
some,
coffee.
Get you some coffee, guys. First one to 50 wins. So, yeah. Snooze fest.
Well, let's ask this question, then we'll probably move on from the Vols here. But looking at the path, how far can the Vols go? If you're watching on Facebook or Periscope, feel free to share your opinions. Again, doing awesome there. I'm going to go on the record. I know I've been the negative Vol, I've been the hater. I think they're going to make some type of mistake between now and the Elite Eight to make a sweat or
Yeah.
outright lose.
Yeah.
I think they're going to go out before the Elite Eight, or maybe at the Elite Eight, at the latest.
I got some opinions from others. A lot of people think that we'll do what we do and only beat Colgate by like 7 or 9, scare a lot of people, and then route it out until the Elite Eight, and then probably lose to Virginia or somebody like that. So they think. So
I think this is a Final Four team.
I do too. That's
I think
what I think.
I just think we match up well with the better teams on our quadrant. There's our word again.
It's the hot word.
We didn't say quadrant one. We'll just call it the South, if you will.
Yeah.
I think we match up well against everybody on that side.
Yeah. After that, though, I mean,
Yeah.
Whether
Carolina,
Carolina,
UK or Carolina or
hell,
even if it's Auburn,
even if
again.
Auburn comes back out,
we're done.
Who would you rather not face?
Auburn.
I mean, honestly,
in all reality,
I mean, the 5 seed out of that. I mean, because it's one of those that
just the kryptonite, man.
they are. See, that's the tough part is what we were talking about before was we match up well with slow down teams. It's the teams that can get out, space us out, run the floor. That's who beats us.
Don't let us set up our offense time and time again.
Yeah.
Some of these comments are great. Let me go through some here.
Get us out.
Herb Goney again says Vols go as far as the guards can take them, both Bone, Bowden, and Turner.
Yeah.
Kyle Copeland comes in and says Tennessee will barely brush by Colgate. Kevin Bear, GW Grant Williams scores 40 points on Colgate. And then Auburn, of course, is his.
So I had to look up a picture of the Colgate basketball team. I'm sorry, guys, but if that group of
is that
seemingly
is that Beard in high school? What is that?
Harmless young men. No offense, I'm sure you're a collegiate athlete. I mean, you are a collegiate athlete.
Where is Colgate? I mean,
that's a great question.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where is Colgate?
First person to comment where Colgate is, you can get a high five from all three of us. No, there's what? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 12 white guys and one person of color there, maybe 2, 3. Okay.
Where
is Colgate?
But that's the thing. You might look at a team that's Colgate. Where are they from? What are they made of?
But they're probably all 22 years old.
Snipe you.
Yeah, and they obviously that's what they do is they space you out.
Quick story. Colgate's in New York, baby.
Well, that's a big state.
Thank you.
Yeah,
big state.
You just
Colgate, when you search Colgate,
Dental hygiene 101
brings up a lot of toothpaste. So
let's take another look here. Let me see. Oh yeah, Kevin says Auburn is his least desirable team to play, but then Gavin says, "Mark my words, if the Vols make it to the Elite Eight, they're going to take it all the way. Mark it down, put it on your calendar."
Vols go out in the first round. Gavin, that is a terrible pick.
Wait a second, Gavin. You go from if they make it to the 8,
okay,
then they go all the way.
But they could go out first round.
I don't see that.
Craig's story. He's our data guy. We how Joe Rogan has his guy on the side. Like, hey, Google that for me real quick. Craig's the unofficial guy.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of his name, but
ooh, Alexander comes out with 20. Well, if he can not get 20 fouls, that the SEC officiating crews hate that guy.
I don't know why.
Hate that guy.
It's because he looks like a baby giraffe. He just looks awkward.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm afraid of Michigan State, honestly. They're coming in the tournament super hot. Izzo always has his guys ready to roll.
Yep.
I think they could come away with it all, honestly.
Yeah. And like we've talked about before, it's guard play. Guard play is where your tournaments are won. Mm-hmm. I mean, every national champion has had like Archie Diacono for Villanova, all your Carolina guys and your Duke guys. Tyus Jones was the best player for that Duke championship team. It's like guards win it. If you don't have the best point guard in the tournament, it's hard to win.
Yeah.
So
it'll be a lot of fun. I know. Are you going to Florida Bracco?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
You probably have like 6 or 7 that you're.
I have 2 right now. So I just did ours. So
how many do you average?
I always do the 10 because they always do the $1 billion thing or whatever. So just in case.
You're gonna split it between the 3 of us if you win it, right?
Go get some money.
Yeah, I'll buy you dinner.
Maybe some Salt Bays and dinner or something.
Sit down, boys.
It's on record.
Yeah. No, he'll be halfway across the world before we know it. Good, Chase, we'll see you next week for Chat 10. I'm on a plane, man.
I'll Skype it.
Yeah.
We'll Skype
Just
it.
get a TV monitor for Chase. Well, that wraps up the Vols basketball section. We didn't plan much for Vols football since they're still in spring practice.
Yeah.
Third of the way through.
What's that?
Apparently, they're a third of the way through, and the defensive line has gotten a lot of attention.
Oh, really?
Recently, so
I know there was a video of Pruitt with Aubrey Solomon. I think he might be the protege. He might be the Jayon.
That's the guy from Michigan, the transfer.
Yes.
Okay.
He's
huge.
a stud. Yeah.
Huge.
He's a stud.
Tree trunk. Boys.
I got Gavin came back and clarified that he said I was saying Kurt jinxes them. Now they're going to lose in the first round.
Blame it on Kid.
Yeah. Sorry, Gavin. I didn't mean to throw you out like that. Yeah, let's play.
Final Four.
Mark it down.
Read my lips.
Is that your realistic guess?
Yeah, legitimately.
What's your prediction?
I really think we're Final Four. After that,
Wide open.
A lot of the scoring teams in that south bracket or that other bracket below us. I think of the Midwest.
Going on that one.
They've got to leave some sort of legacy. This team is too
talented,
too experienced.
Old. Yeah,
it's such a good story. I would hate to see it go basically without a real end.
Is it bad that I think we have? It's kind of like the Titans. We have such likable guys. We just want them to win so bad.
Yeah.
You know?
I love you, Taylor Lewan.
Yeah.
You're my favorite. Now, there's tons of, and speaking of new guys, new faces, and guys you want to get behind, Titans made some signings this week.
Yeah, let's just get right into it.
Gonna jump in.
I'm a little depressed from all the Auburn talk. I don't want to. Yeah, we're just not. Auburn, don't say the A word.
Yeah,
for like a month.
Kryptonite, bro.
Anyways,
but
big signings.
There were some big signings. My favorite, the Big Ugly, even though he's a good looking guy. not Adam Humphries, but Roger Saffold, coming from the Super Bowl appearance, Los Angeles Rams, started left guard for them. I believe he's been in the league for 9 years. I think he started the majority, if not all that.
Yeah.
But obviously they've had a pretty good run. Some of his blocks, and again, I said it on Twitter myself, but Mike Miracle's on Twitter. If you're not following Mike, Titans Film Room, they put out some incredible stuff. I think they're working together at some points, but film on these new guys, it's great to see. I'm excited to see what Adam Humphries can do.
Yeah.
I want to see what Mariota can do with a guy who can actually catch the ball for a change.
Yeah.
Because Eric Decker 2 years ago, and then Nick Williams dropping the Buffalo Bills touchdown that we would have won that game, and then we'll let last year kind of do a wash a little bit. Of course, Kenny Vaccaro's back, the 37-year-old Cameron Wake, and then Kevin Pamphile is back, although he was hurt for the majority of last year. I think he is not like the dark horse of the signing class, but I think he is a lot more valuable than people's giving him credit for.
1.6 mil. I mean, that sounds wonderful
it's
for us, but yeah. Nice little, was that the veteran minimum basically? So.
I believe it's pretty solid average for him.
Yeah.
But a lot of guys walking from last year. This team is going to look a little bit different. Stalker's gone. Derek Morgan, Josh Klein, Cyprian, Benny Logan, Braden Trawick. Of course, Blaine Gabbert is released, and Ryan Tannehill was brought in for a 4th-round pick in 2020. And then we swapped 6th and 7th this year. And then John Robinson worked his magic, basically gave him the old Jedi mind trick and said, we'll bring him in for $7 million, but the Dolphins are going to pay $5 million.
Pay it up.
I mean, does it get any better than that, really?
No, that was my favorite sign. Not that I like Tannehill at all, but the fact that they're paying $5 of our $7 million for a 1-year deal, right? It's just a 1-year deal.
I think it is. Yeah. No, because the genius of it, again, just the beauty of it is, okay, say Marcus happens to stink this year. Tannehill comes in and they struggle through some games, and he's bad. They have no money committed to a quarterback past 2020, which happens to be one of the strongest quarterbacks class in the last...
Let's go Sunshine.
5 years.
Trevor Lawrence or bust.
Dude, tank for Trevor.
I know you're really bummed about Quentin Spain leaving town. I'm
not going to say, hey... Quentin Spain has to be blocked on Twitter. I did not know that. I did not know that. I'm honored / embarrassed because I
got blocked by the guy from West Virginia. What did you say?
And my father-in-law is a huge West Virginia fan. I don't know what I said, but maybe I was just, I don't know. I said best of luck, and I almost came across sarcastic. I genuinely mean best of luck. And Lawan, I mean,
genuinely, huh?
Yeah. But him and Lawan are close, and Lawan said, he tweeted out and saying, surprised no one's picked him up. I'm sure he'll get scooped up somewhere.
Yeah, I mean,
but you're the one guy that gets benched the entire year. And then, of course, from what I've heard, Robinson asked Josh Klein to take a pay cut. He said no. And then, we know if you don't want to take a pay cut, you get a job cut. So.
Right.
It's just the way it is around here.
But for everyone watching, I wanted to ask this question. What is your favorite signing thus far in free agency? I think we've officially and unofficially gone through 2 tiers of free agency, and there's some time left between now and the draft. We talked about it before the show. There is a lot of talent left on the market right now. I know Justin Houston's a guy that a lot of fans are talking about. And of course, Ndamukong Suh, Muhammad Wilkerson. There's still some pretty good receiver options. Apparently, Jordy Nelson is on the list for the Titans.
Really?
As a potential target. He was visiting with the Seahawks today.
Yeah.
And then the Patriots,
They're talking about
the Chiefs, and a couple other teams were
Yeah, like the
involved as
Steelers need a good veteran wide receiver.
They need a lot.
Yeah, they need a lot. But we've been on the short list for Ndamukong Suh, but we were on the short list when he signed with the Rams.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of interesting to see him back. I don't know how much of a commitment money-wise I'm willing to give up for that guy.
Ndamukong Suh?
Yeah.
It'd probably be...
It'd be sizable, and I think it would be more than 1 year, too. I don't think he signs for...
I thought the exact... I was
Really?
about to say the exact... I think it would be...
1 year, big money.
Because here's the thing. You're testing the market, and no one's going after you. And I'm convinced that Justin Houston and him are probably asking for that big premier contract, and there's a wrestling happening between negotiations and agents. Of course, agents want their fair share, too. But,
Of course.
But yeah, I mean, to me, it's just finding that common ground, and there's nobody better at that than old JRob. So, but a couple comments. Safford is Craig's story. He said Safford is easily his favorite. Gavin Jones comes in. Adam Humphries, great slot pickup.
Yeah.
His catch. I mean, I think Paul Kaharski had him up saying he was, I think, fewest drops in 2018.
Yeah.
And he's not a guy who's going to score a ton of touchdowns. He's the convert to first down guy.
Yeah.
Which, my God, the Titans could use since old Delaney Walker was out last
he'd
year.
be a great replacement for safety.
But both of them. I mean,
now you have
no,
both.
no, no.
Yeah.
Walker and then Humphrey. Sorry,
Yeah.
what?
No, I'm saying
Safety blanket?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
okay.
if Delaney Walker, Lord willing, does not go down ever again.
Yeah,
but
knock on-
especially this year, he has somebody to go to because last
Yeah.
year was Cameron Batson. It was
Right.
how many just jabroni slot receivers that couldn't catch the ball.
Yeah, they did. And I don't know. It's weird because Taywan Taylor has that
Nick
size,
Williams.
but he just doesn't fit the perfect slot possession receiver
Yeah.
mold. It just
I
didn't
watched.
work out.
I think it was whoever you gave a plug for earlier about the film
Mike Miracles.
talking about this is how you crack block from the slot.
Oh, dude.
I mean, that little dude
I forgot
put
what
it
team
on
was,
somebody.
but he earholed
And he didn't
somebody.
go low like you expect smaller guys to do. He went just
right here.
yeah, just straight neck high.
Yep.
And it's like, oh wow, all right.
Hammer down.
He's a lot of fun.
I think it was
to
a lot
watch.
of money. I think that was a lot of people's initial reaction was like, but why so much money?
Yeah.
I think he was a tryout when JRob was in Tampa, and he actually called and told him that he got the position. But 4 years, $36 million. If he can catch balls, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
All for it, because I know Corey Davis had a couple of really great catches, but the inconsistency of last year and the year before last was just catching balls.
Yeah.
And it's sucks for Marcus because it's like, well, Marcus is trash. And it's like, there was, I mean, again, Titans Film Room on Twitter put together I don't know how many minute video of just beautiful passes by Marcus that were dropped.
Yeah.
And there was one in the Cowboys game. I think Darius Jennings pulled it down. Another one that was thrown almost very similarly as far as the route dropped.
Yeah.
So it's like there's so many things left on the field that didn't go our way.
They've obviously made it a priority to strengthen that line. So you expect him to have a little bit more time this year, maybe get a little bit more going on the run game.
How do you... Okay, so if you went left to right, what is your ideal setup for offensive line right now before the draft? Because I know Garrett Bradbury is a guy that's out there. A couple other guys. Dalton Reisner, who's coming out of Kent State.
Yeah,
or
I think
Kansas State.
I think where you put Jones is kind of like a big
Kicker.
yeah.
You want Levitt in there at center?
I think so, and play Jones at the right guard.
Mm-hmm.
Conklin at the right tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Meh.
I'm if I'm going left to right,
You got-
Lavon, Saffold.
Yeah, those are solid. Those are done.
I would go mixed time between Ben Jones and Corey Levin.
yeah,
I would love to see Conklin at right guard
yeah.
to try it out
And
for
then
training
Klein at
camp.
right tackle.
Or Kelly.
Kelly, sorry.
Yeah, Kelly played great last year. Towards the end of last year, filling in.
Dude, it was a non-issue for
Yeah.
this last 3 or 4 games.
Yeah. See, I don't think about playing him at right guard at all. That's the thing.
I know they're, again, like Paul Kaharski's talked about it, and they've talked about it on midday, but it's something you have to at least try it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, bring in and maybe a first or second round pick for an interior offensive line to address that. Because if you get somebody,
They've invested in Conklin.
what's that?
They've invested good money.
Let me see what his.
I'm pretty sure he's.
I think he's due. He's
Due,
yeah.
Is he do? Okay.
Um,
I feel like they settled last year. I could be wrong.
But one guy they need to they probably could extend this year is Kevin Byard. Right now, let's
He's
see.
going to be asking for a big contract.
Yeah. His Conklin's base salary is 2.6 right now. Cap hits $5 million. Yeah, he's at the point.
He's done.
Yeah, he's 2019
through
is his
this
last,
year. Okay.
I think it's the last year of his contract, and then he could potentially have a fifth year. Man, it's hard to judge with the injury.
Yeah.
I know he's had some spotty play coming back from the injury, but it's one of those things that, again, I trust John Robinson. If you don't trust John Robinson's, kind of back to 100%, we talked about the idea, or I proposed the idea and got shot down on Twitter before Tannehill came in. I'm willing to throw, and this is irrelevant now, we're not going to really talk about it, but just the second round pick and the history for the Titans with that. Give the Cardinals a second round pick for a guy like Josh Rosen.
Yeah, no, I was all for that.
Oh my! I'm just thinking
before the Tannehill, obviously.
Yeah,
like you said.
But that kind of trumps it.
Right.
That deal is just like, all right, buys you a year. We can tank for Trevor if we need to. But yeah, it's awesome to see. I think John Robinson's done his best work this season.
Yep.
Since he took over. Even Cameron Wake, I know, and give me your all's thoughts, and even everybody watching as well, but what was your initial response to Cameron Wake, a 37-year-old outside linebacker, edge rusher?
That was my initial response. Was
just
37 and we're paying him 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Come to find out he didn't start in the NFL until he was 27.
Do we know why?
He was in Canada. CFL.
He was playing in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So he was still playing ball.
Yeah.
Wear and tear. I don't know how many games they play or what the actual competition's like.
Yeah.
What's their season? It's summertime?
I really don't know.
Really have no idea.
Not a huge Saskatchewan Hoogie House fan or whatever they call their mascot.
I don't need to have my poster in my room anymore? Or?
You can.
You can. I mean,
We're going to talk about it and write about it for Jackson Sports. Try to appeal to the market in Canada.
Yeah. What if we had like this huge Canadian following?
We're huge in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think that he still has, as John Robinson has said, he has tread on the tires.
Yeah.
Cameron Wake has been a great pass rusher. He was really the only person to get pressure on the ball for the Dolphins defense last year.
Years.
It's tough.
Well, the thing is, and this was, I think, made clear after the fact, but that deal has an opt-out for after this 2019 season.
It's a team opt?
Okay.
Yeah. So he has the opportunity, say it doesn't go
Is
their
it a
way.
player option or a team option?
I think it's just a team option.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Pro Football Focus had some stats on Wake that he was one of the, let's see, I've got it right here. Games with 4 more quarterback pressures. There's DeMarcus Ware, Cameron Wake, Von Miller, Tom Bahali. And I mean, he's leading some of those categories as far as just his ability to get to the quarterback. And just imagine how much that helps Jarrell Casey or a Harold Landry or Daquan Jones. And again, I'm all for, I don't know about you guys and everybody watching, but I'm all for that first round pick being a defensive line guy.
Are you expecting Morgan to look down? He is done. It's official.
I don't think it's. I think it's basically like an unspoken.
Yeah.
Like I knew
Appreciate your
that.
time.
I expected them to draft someone to draft someone to replace him, but I didn't expect him. I still expect him to be on the roster for next year.
I think a guy like Ja'Kai Polite, Sweat. I know Montez Sweat will probably be gone.
Yeah.
What's the other guy? Florida State guy.
Ferguson.
Yeah, Burns. Brian Burns.
Burns. Ferguson's from La Tech.
Yeah.
I think he would be a good maybe second round.
There's so much depth in the draft. I mean, and John Robinson talked about it.
Such a defensive draft.
Well, the big uglies. I mean, up front on offense and defense, there's a ton of talent.
Yeah.
I think if you go first in defense, then I think second or third could be a solid offensive line.
Do you think they address offensive line in the first three rounds?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to see them go tight end and wide receiver before they went.
If somebody like Hollywood was there in the second round, but I just don't know if he will. He didn't get to play. He didn't get to participate in his pro day. He's still in
Brown from Oklahoma.
Hollywood. Antonio's cousin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got speed. I don't know how. It'll be interesting to see who's gone. Like if Atajay can make the roster. I'm sure they could be fourths, maybe fifths if they were to draft a guy in the first or second round. But dude, we were talking about it prior to the show. I've been given the clear to go to Nashville, trying to get these guys to go too. But gonna be a blast of a weekend up in Nashville. I've probably ignored a bunch of good comments here, and I'm so sorry.
So you think Tajay goes before Taywan Taylor goes?
If I had my pick,
Yeah.
oof,
That'd be tough.
I'd keep Taywan because
Really?
the contrast between him and Corey Davis.
See, I like Tajay better than Taywan Taylor. I don't know.
Just consistency. I mean,
There's things length. I mean, you already have Humphreys down low. I feel like
Well, I want
speedy slot guys are kind of a dime a dozen.
I know Taywan has not been as consistent as Tajay,
Yeah.
but I don't think they're playing a ton of snaps if they were to draft the guy in the first 3 rounds.
yeah.
So there's a lot of, I mean, that's the beauty of the off season, and even like a week and a half ago, you didn't have any of these guys in the roster,
No.
and this roster will shape up even more between now and training camp. Of course, the Titans did extend David Fluellen as well, which he's third running back. I'm in the camp. I was in the camp for Josh Klein to get cut. I'm in the camp for Deion Lewis to get a pay cut or a potential release.
Yeah.
So I think a guy like Nick Chubb, you've seen Sonny Michel come in and be effective. But I think Derrick Henry, it's funny how the league's kind of going back to a sole workhorse versus a dual backfield.
Yeah.
I think Le'Veon Bell was kind of the spearhead to bringing that back in. But I think Derrick Henry, with the bolstered offensive line, could just be like, go do it. Because you can see him. I mean, he's a volume back. We've talked about that plenty.
Yeah.
But I just say feed the guy and watch him work.
That's where I'm at.
Well, let's see here. And I know the next little point we had here is Pro Football Focus. They had the free agency grades, which the Titans did have the number 1 spot, which we looked at, and it says PFF WAR, which in baseball, the wins above replacement. We had to kind of think about it for a second. But PFF is going for the fact that John Robinson has upgraded so many positions, with Tannehill coming in over Gabbert.
That's the worst. I mean, poor Blaine Gabbert. The first thing they say is the Titans won the first week of free agency by simply shredding themselves of Blaine Gabbert.
His contract and his services. He's pretty bro.
That's pretty harsh, man.
That is
I like
blood.
cold.
I like the Blaine train, man.
Yeah.
He's a true professional.
Spoken like a true Mettenberger fan.
Yeah, hey, shame on you, PFF.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
But you're right. But shame on you.
Yeah.
But as frankly as it can be put, Gabbert has cost this team multiple victories since 2016.
Hey.
I'm pretty sure he wasn't with the team in 2016.
Act like you weren't ready for him to lead us into the playoffs, or that must win game against the Colts.
Yeah.
Did you actually think we'd have a chance?
Absolutely.
Really? I was there in person and I was just like,
Absolutely, because I didn't think there was an offense in the AFC that depended less on their quarterback than the Titans' offense at that point in the year.
I don't know. If Marcus played that game, hometown crowd, it was like that Eagles game last year where it was just crazy.
Yeah. And then we had Blaine Gabbert.
Hey, look. Blaine Gabbert,
Now here's the thing.
Chase Green, just turn around, hand in the ball.
That's all you got to do.
30 times a game. Maybe throw a few little slants.
Speaking of war and was win above average, I think Arthur Smith is a fantastic replacement for LaFleur.
Yeah.
I don't think LaFleur...
There's no stats to prove that because he hasn't been an offensive coordinator before.
I think
you're right.
A guy who has worked his way up from an offensive analyst.
Yeah.
And he's the OC for the Tennessee Titans for an NFL franchise.
Bringing Dean Pease back. You got a lot of continuity.
He stayed with 4 different OCs, right?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Well, I think 4 head coaches.
4 head coaches.
4 head coaches.
Munchak had him, Wiz, Malarkey, and then now Vrabel.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
That shows you
That's
something.
saying something.
They like him.
And he comes from Memphis' own FedEx. His dad basically was CEO or president of
Yeah, he
FedEx.
owns FedEx, yeah.
Just a little company.
Small company.
Small company.
Maybe you've
Mom
heard of
and
her.
pop.
Is it FedEx? Is that...
Federal Express.
Federal
it's going with
Express.
the arrow and the logo that kind of points. And
It's like a mom and pop shop?
No.
Yeah, yeah. It's, local Memphis stuff.
it's a
on
hole in the wall kind of place.
Okay.
But we're talking about Adam Humphries being a big addition for wide receivers. Saffold, I want to say Stafford, but Saffold over a Klein or a Spain. And the good news is about this, I think they're giving this team the improvements that they need but also getting insurance for quarterback with Tannehill. So it's not saying, all right, Marcus, we're done with you. It's go out there, do your thing. And John Robinson did make this clear to the media that he is coming here to be backup. Yeah. It's not we want you to compete for the starting job, maybe to compete with Marcus to get under his, kind of light a fire under him. But
and as he talked about in the interview, was you don't have to change a whole lot. Like Tannehill's still a pretty solid athlete.
4.6.
Yeah, he's a solid athlete. You don't have to change a lot. I mean, obviously, he doesn't have Marcus's like shifty maneuver. Yeah, it's just it's one of those. But you don't have to change a lot in the offense.
I remember
where Blaine Train doesn't quite have he's not as fast. But
I remember Tannehill getting drafted, being like a project type of guy at A&M. He was a big dude, tall dude. Athlete. Strong arm, good athlete.
He played receiver,
but he was raw. I think he was drafted under the pretense of like this is a project.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and he was just kind of he was thrown into the fire there in Miami.
Matt Jones, remember Matt Jones?
Yeah, for Arkansas.
For Arkansas,
that dude was killer.
The Jaguars drafted him as a quarterback.
Super fast.
Who is the New Orleans Saints are using their third string quarterback?
Hill.
Yeah. Sean Hill?
He's
like a
jack of all trades.
Yeah, he's like a Swiss Army knife of a player.
Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
Take notes, baby.
Let's just go ahead and let's go with that. Let's hear,
I can see a guy like Taywan Taylor be that lineup H-back, outside of the offensive line, and then obviously receiver, maybe take some wildcat. He'd probably get crushed in the wildcat.
But could he catch a handoff? Because he can't catch a pass.
Yeah, can he catch a snap?
Touche.
Nick Williams comes back, H-back. Here we go.
Revisit some comments here. Gavin Jones saying he loves Polite. He's a beast. Great fit for the Titans. Would love to have him.
Great closing speed.
We talked about this. Trade for AJ Green. Draft him.
The Blaine Train
Michael
has mercifully left the station.
Mercifully.
Who said that?
Craig Story.
He left on top. He left on his terms. Yeah.
Well, let's wrap this thing up, guys. We got agree or disagree. We're gonna jump all over the place, and you guys can feel free to pick which ones you're liking here. But agree or disagree, and if you're watching, I know we're probably wrapping up here and losing some viewers, but
it's fine.
Agree or disagree, the Vols will not make it past the second round.
I'll disagree. I really do think this is a great route, perfect path for us. Honestly, Final Four.
Yeah, you're an idiot. No.
I was going to order a pizza. Where's the job, right?
Yeah.
No, there's no way. My heart can't take it.
Hey, I made a bet.
If they go out before the second round.
I made a bet with Kibby about LSU.
I still owe him lunch. For everyone listening, I owe this guy lunch.
I'm going to disagree because of the bracket they're in.
Yeah.
I think the field is less than competitive.
Yeah.
Besides really Cincy.
Yeah.
But they run right into him though, second round.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only team on the.
But it's just because it's basically a home game. Yeah, that's the only factor.
You can't sleep on Purdue or Villanova. Those are just.
I'm going to say in the second round,
Yeah.
Purdue's got 23-point score, and one of the Kuzi finalists too. So you got to watch out. There's teams obviously can beat us. It's the tournament.
Is that tall kid?
No, it's the other little guard. I can't think of
What's that tall kid? He's uglier than sin. He looks like a Russian.
Oh, you're talking about Isaac Haas.
Yeah.
Well, great story about Isaac Haas. He gave a girl syphilis last year, and she sued him for $5 million.
And did she win?
Yeah. He definitely.
Or did they settle up?
$5 million?
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't tell her. He had it.
It's like Michael Scott. Hey, this is Michael Scott. I may have transmitted some type of STD to you. That's rough. That's not what you want to wake up to on a Saturday morning phone call.
Yeah, Carson Edwards was the guy that plays for Purdue that's so good.
Okay.
He's balling.
All right, some comments here. Craig Story says he disagrees. Says we're winning it.
Love it, Craig.
Kevin Bear. Disagree. Vols will survive in advance. Steven Snyder says disagree. Disagree. Vols go to the Elite 8 or Final 4. Kevin Bear comes back and says I think UT is one of the 8 best teams in the country, and they have a favorable matchup along the way. I agree. Yep. Herb Gunny says agree Final Four. I think he's agreeing with a previous comment. So we got a pretty good
Yeah.
I mean, level of confidence going into this first weekend, I guess.
2:45 on Friday.
Let's jump back to some Titans here. This was actually a big talking point in light of the deal that was made for old Ryan Tannehill, as some are calling him. Old Ryan Tannehill from Texas A&M. But agree or disagree, Ryan Tannehill will beat out Marcus Mariota as the Titans quarterback. I'll start. Terrible take. I disagree 100%.
100%.
I think this is going to be a really good. I mean, this is the first guy he's had that can really compete on a starting quarterback level.
Yeah.
But I do think Marcus is a lot better.
Yeah.
In more ways than one. It's just a matter of his health.
Was Fitzmagic? Was he a backup for Marcus at some point?
No, I think he was here.
Locker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that
I think
Locker?
He filled in for Locker.
Between BY and Locker.
Okay.
Maybe in that area.
Wow. It's like fresh out of the Buffalo Bills.
Dude, I'm surprised he's still around. Full
What are you
Fitzmagic.
talking about?
Fitzmagic?
He's perfect.
Flash in the pan.
He's got the beard, man.
As many.
He's from Harvard.
As many.
He plays with a wedding ring on. His gold wedding ring.
He's not like doing construction or anything.
I'm just saying, he's out there throwing he's out there spinning it with a ring on his finger, man. You gotta.
Isn't he right-handed?
Yeah, but that's irrelevant. You're missing the point.
You gotta have it.
Yeah, just whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry. Keep it.
So Tannehill.
Taney. It's Taney.
Tannehill.
Tiny.
Tannehill ain't
Put
gonna
some
be enough.
respect on
But
it.
Ryan Fitzpatrick would give him a run for his money. I'm telling you what.
You think he would actually compete with Marcus?
No.
Okay.
I think it'd be the same situation as far as
Might be
James.
mine.
Probably your phone again.
Periscope's awful.
See Twitter. Bye Twitter.
It was fun, Twitter.
No, yeah, they should. He shouldn't give Marcus a run for his money.
No.
Oh, Kevin Bear just stabs me right in the heart. He says, I hope you wouldn't. I was hoping you would not ask this because I agree.
Oh, wow.
Are you, Kevin, reply in the comments, are you hoping that he beats him out or are you thinking he actually can? Because I think Tannehill will play 2 or 3 games.
Yeah.
Really?
I just
Yes.
it's the Marcus will go
From
down.
injury?
Based on average.
He
Maybe based on injury
gets
plus a little
banged up a
week
little bit.
16, 17, sit him out because
It could be worse, man. That's all I'm saying. It could be worse.
Yeah, I think he could put. What's our later? I don't even. The schedule's not come out, right? So it's,
No, it has. It's not fun.
It's not a good
Yeah.
look.
It's
'Cause I was
it's
thinking,
a
I
very-
don't remember any like. I thought it came out. I was like, I don't
Oh.
remember any.
It's difficult. All right, so take a look here. Let's see. All right, home games. I got the Chiefs.
Well, yeah, I was just saying the full schedule. I was just wondering who we had on the last half of the
Oh,
season.
I don't think they've actually set the date, but they set the
Oh
opponents.
yeah, like the home games, like even the Bills now. You know, it's like.
But look
yeah,
at
we
that,
could
dude.
beat them.
Chiefs, Chargers, Saints, Bucks, and Bills. Who knows what the Jaguars were going to be like with Foles? I'll never count out the Texans or the Colts.
Never. And then honestly, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are one of those teams that could put up 450 yards on you. So
Yeah, that away schedule is gnarly, too.
We're playing the Browns and the Raiders.
Eh.
Panthers, meh. And then, of course, Texans,
I'll
Colts,
say meh
and
to
Jags.
the Broncos, Raiders, Panthers.
Broncos don't really scare me that much.
Yeah, Panthers just lost their only good defensive player outside of Kuechly. The Davis, veteran linebacker.
They let him walk.
He signed with the Rams.
Chargers?
Chargers.
I think he did.
That was Rams.
I think he did. To the Rams.
Who signed the Chargers? Oh, Tyrod Taylor. That's who I was thinking of.
Tyrod Taylor's off the market. I didn't see that.
Yeah. Chargers.
Kevin Bear responds says, I'm just not impressed with either, actually, but I am least impressed with Marcus, which he spells with a K. I guess to throw a little spunk on it. I like it. I for one like it. But I think Marcus is...
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I think they're going to exhaust all resources to give Marcus the chance to win this extension. I mean, say he has a meh year next year, 5th-year option.
Yeah.
Draft the guy, and then they can... Then we can have an actual quarterback controversy.
Yeah.
Right there, so.
There we go.
Let's see here. I'm going to throw this one in here because this has been the talk of the town. But the Cleveland Browns obviously made a historic trade. Did you think it was too much or too little? Or enough or not enough? As far as the...
Cause the hype? Or are you talking about...
Just trading for OBJ.
Enough meaning money?
Enough as far as
to get them
compensation.
To the next level?
No, I'm saying they gave him like a 1st round and a 3rd round for OBJ.
Yeah.
I would have thought you could.
I thought that'd be like a double first round.
Yeah, like at least maybe 2 1s and a 2 or something. But
yeah,
a 1 and a
win
3.
Browns. John Dorsey, win.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a win.
Jabril Peppers, a first round.
That's true. That's true.
Jabril Peppers was not a. He didn't start, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
don't remember if he did or not.
He did?
Yeah, I believe so.
I thought he did. But
I
If
thought
not,
he came in nickel packages and stuff like that.
that Browns defense last year was 30th in the league, so how much
Would
does
you
that
really
say?
listen? Yeah.
Yeah.
apparently the Titans were terrible, even though their secondary was like top 5.
Yeah.
We're terrible.
People keep talking about how we did cornerback.
Their defense was like the number 1 scoring defense leading into the Week 16.
Wound up floating away, but I think, we were still top 5 or something. We still wound up top 3, top 5.
But let's see, agree or disagree, the Cleveland Browns will not live up to the hype.
Disagree. Baker's man.
You're a believer in Baker Mayfield?
Oh, sign me up for
You're a
Team
Baker.
Baker.
You're a Baker apologist.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to disagree, but this hurts because I think that it's so hard because they're still the Browns.
They will find a way.
You know, like it's one of those, like something can be said,
Have you
and then that whole locker room could just explode in a
Have
matter
you-
of seconds.
have you heard Freddie Kitchens in an interview yet?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
If you don't like Freddie Kitchens, there's something wrong with you.
The only thing I say about that is I do remember that Freddie Kitchens walked over to Baker Mayfield on the bench. I don't know which week this was, and he's jabbered about something. He's going on, and he walks away. And Baker Mayfield looks over the guy he's sitting next to. He's like, "That guy's an idiot."
I think he came up and actually scratched Baker's beard.
Yes, that's what it was.
He was like, that guy's an idiot. he becomes the head coach.
Yeah.
And he was actually, I think Hugh Jackson got fired. Kitchen was the replacement OC. And then he goes on to become the head
Yeah.
head coach.
Well, because he turned it around, man. They made it. They almost made the playoffs.
They did.
Speaking of Browns, while we're here, Kareem Hunt, 8 games.
Yeah.
Too high, too low.
Just right.
Just right.
I think it's too much for what happened.
Too much.
I don't think I know Ray Rice, didn't he have 8 games?
No, he's 7.
He was 7?
Yeah, he had
Okay.
one more.
It's evil what he did. Let's just not even debate about that. It's wrong.
Yeah.
But that was not as severe as Ray Rice.
The rest, yeah.
And I'm not saying he should have less. If it's a blanket suspension,
Right.
leave it.
It
It's
doesn't
great.
seem to be trending that way. It seems like
Yeah.
it's going to be a case by case basis. And if the standard is Ray Rice, then I think they did too much. But
Yeah.
if we're standalone, I don't think they.
But that video when it first came out, and this is why I think he got signed.
Tyreek Hill's now probably done
yeah.
too. But that was his how many offense? Second, third
Second and
offense?
third.
Yeah.
Because he got in trouble in college
Yeah.
for the same issue, and then it kind of got swept under the rug.
But did what's his name? Joe Mixon? Did he ever get
Mixon also.
Did he ever get a suspension for what happened at Oklahoma?
He
He knocked that girl out.
yeah, and that was before he got drafted. So
I don't remember.
I don't think
if he
either-
got anything.
I don't think
think
either
he did.
party could punish him at this point. He was kind of in limbo. It was too late for
It was just
Oklahoma
it
to
was a
act.
bad look for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah, it was in that period between the season and the draft, but
But yeah, I don't. It's gonna be interesting to see how they handle that moving forward because that's a bad. That looks terrible for the NFL to let those guys keep coming back and keep playing and keep getting
But
paid.
it's just like, I mean, Clay Travis says, I think we talked about the whole Michael Jackson thing, like the documentary.
Yeah.
If your talent outweighs your issues,
Right.
it's a pass, and that's
But
it's a sad reality. I'll
Yeah,
just say that,
no,
I
for
guess.
sure, for sure.
I'm gonna wrap this one up. Do you want to stick Titans football, or you want to go to the last two?
We go last two.
Let's go last 2.
I mean, everybody knows that the Titans should sign Justin Houston. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, we did. Well, apparently Paul Kolarski thinks we need a hard pass on, or they will not be pursued by the Titans.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things that they're negotiating too much money.
Yeah.
And
Right.
John Robinson's,
Getting Wake, probably drafting a guy.
yeah. I mean, you have
It's
a
not-
solid,
it's not
and you
point.
got Harold Landry on the other side. He could probably go the majority of the time.
Yeah.
But which one do you think? Top or bottom? You left it on top. You left it on bottom.
More of a power bottom.
Power bottom we in.
I haven't seen Captain Marvel,
Okay, so yeah.
so therefore
Okay.
I cannot.
Kitty, you're picking it, baby. We're going.
I
live.
can't-
He is
talk
a
about
lazy
Captain
lover. He is now. The
So agree or disagree? The Hound would murder Khal Drogo in a fight. The Hound. This is Game of Thrones, for all you, if you don't like it, bye.
For all you losers that have not seen Game of Thrones.
You living under a rock,
Seriously.
rejecting great television. You
can't muscle through one season.
I don't get the hype. It's like, just go outside and play with your blocks.
Yeah,
dude.
put it shoot your mouth.
What are you, 12? You can't watch that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
So,
anyways.
the Hound murder Khal Drogo.
You go.
Yeah, I didn't about this one.
No, go for it.
I think that I'm going to disagree.
Yeah?
What?
Yeah, dude. Khal Drogo, too fast, just as strong.
Yeah.
I think a little bit crazy. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Khal Drogo
It's
is
a lot of eyeshadow there.
Khal Drogo is a lover, not a fighter.
Is that what you call that?
But if you go back and read the subtitles of what he was saying to Daenerys, you're the moon of my life and the stallion of the sea. Like,
What are you trying to say? That's what I usually use.
Hey, you're a lover, not a fighter.
As far as Sweet Nothings go, that's like his wheelhouse. That's what Chase goes
That's
to.
his go-to sweet nothing.
I just walk up to random girls in the bar.
But you say it Dothraki.
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't ever wear a shirt, and I only wear like khaki-ish pants.
Some girdle thing.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you got a cummerbund.
Yeah.
A leather cummerbund, if
It's
you will.
not really working out in the winter. I'm getting a few of these, so
I have a friend that just texted me and said disagree with Khal Drogo.
I'm going Khal Drogo.
You just probably think he's hot.
I mean, there's something about a
Drogo
braided...
is sneaky. He is sneaky.
There's something about a braided ponytail that just,
He's a better sneaky.
I don't know. The curved sword, too. We saw that, the Dothraki come through at that fight at the end, and you just kind of saw them, manhandle traditionally trained fighters.
Loot
and
Train
I think,
Massacre?
Yeah,
That's sick.
Yeah, that's another one that kind of surprised me. I didn't realize
Also the crazy.
how far above they are, in the field of battle.
I think it's the fact that they're, like Robert Baratheon said, only a fool would take on the Dothraki in a open battle or whatever. If it's a one-on-one fight like this, I'm probably going to bet on the Hound.
Yeah.
Because think about the guys, like when Arya and the Hound were just walking through the twins or whatever that is, the fingers, that section of the map. He is just running through average Joes.
Yeah.
Like he and Brienne of Tarth basically beat the snot out of him, left him for dead.
Yeah.
And he comes back.
Yeah.
And I think that Arya I like who Arya has become because she's a little assassin, but she's also like a little brute.
Yeah.
Houndish.
She does have
a little bit. I think the Hound is a dark horse, not like for the throne, but just as a character. Like he is pretty awesome.
Have you guys done the? Have you finished your
Mm-hmm.
list? You finished your list.
There's like a bracket where they have all these names, these characters, and you say whether they're alive, dead, or a White Walker at the end of the season.
Selection Sunday.
Boom.
Behold your Game of Thrones.
That's even more intricate than we had.
Holy mother of goodness.
Yeah, I had to look up a lot of the people I hadn't heard of. Like I had heard of.
That's not it. We didn't.
That's because you're not a real fan.
We didn't do.
We'll send you.
They have Jon Snow in one quadrant. Jon Snow, number 1 seed versus number 16 seed Lion of Mormont. Come on.
Don't sleep on the Mormonts.
Also, I didn't send you this, but there is a bracket of most annoying people in sports.
Oh, it's so
fantastic.
perfect.
Where does Stephen A. Smith is?
He's a one seed.
He's a one seed. It's him, Skip Bayless.
Here,
Yeah.
Oh my God! We might have to share this
wonderful.
on Game. On
Yeah, we're going to share this on
Shed of Sin.
Chat
Sheds
10
and
Sports. And
Cowherd, Bayless, Rome, and Stephen A. Smith.
2 seeds are
Jim Rome.
Dickie V, Clay Travis.
Ooh, Clay Travis is
I kinda like Jim Rome.
3 seed.
How is Jay Bayless a 10 seed? That guy.
Wait, what's Clay Travis?
2 seed.
Really?
2 seeds.
No,
Most
a little
annoying.
high. I think he's
Most annoying to most people. People
Cowherd.
don't like him. People don't like him.
Cowherd's definitely my number 1 seed.
Oh, Stephen A.
Even over Stephen A.
Dickie V is a 2 seed, Mr. Kevin Bear. So we'll post that up.
Post that up, yeah.
That's a great one.
Kevin Bear says the Hound is a brute. Drogo has expertise in combat, and he also says Dickie V is his number 1 pick.
Yep.
All right, guys, it is past the hour. Thank you so much for tuning in to us. Chat 10 Sports. We'll be here every single week at 7 p.m. talking Tennessee sports. Going to probably hit some Braves up, hopefully in the next few weeks. But Tennessee Vols going to the tournament. We'll keep a close eye on that.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram. We're on Facebook as well. We'd love your interactions on the show, but also on social media. Find these guys, Kurt McKibben and Chase Green, and myself on Twitter. And we will see you all next week.